Hey, welcome back. So I want to talk to you about how to get the shoulders kind of dialed in and more integrated into the body, right? So they tend to, want to float up and they tend to want to rock forward, right? We're very forward-leaning creatures. The way we eat, the way we task on our phones and at our desks, we're always kind of moving forward. So the idea is we need to create, strengthening in the back and loosening in the front. So we need to open the chest and we need to activate and strengthen in the back. I've shown you some things before about basically holding the eggs in the armpits, reaching down and out with the fingertips, and then I'm trying to get the back to squeeze. This is actually a dynamic tension front to back. So I find that when I'm really getting those eggs in the armpits, not only do I get a little chest activation, I get the back. You can see the back right here. You can see that activate as well. So I'm pushing down. I've got the entire shoulder girdle coming in to get into the action, right? So the whole thing is encapsulating the shoulder joint by getting everything active. So that's just that one little trick is down. We can then do things where we go hitchhiking, right? Where we start to squeeze back more, keeping the ribs down, stomach engaged. But before we get into all that, or if there are some things that are jamming you up, we can start doing things that are kind of low-level doorway stretch, where we lengthen, get the shoulder away from the ear, long lengthen the neck, and turn away, start to open up the chest. If we feel we can confidently move the arm up and we can get to the shoulder height, roll and rotate this way for a bigger doorway stretch. Feel it in the bicep, all the way across the pec. Roll into that. Now, I would love it for you to be able to then also be able to get into an overhead position. This might not feel the best if your shoulder's feeling a little tight, tweaky, impinged. So what we can do is, excuse me, we can find something like a counter. Imagine if this is a counter, a table at the house, and I can fold forward, dropping down, stretching the arm into the overhead position. So those are a couple things you can do just to start to create the mobility. Obviously, I would love it if you did some soft tissue work, got in here with a lacrosse ball, laid on the ground, put your arm over the barbell, work up into the armpit. That's another video for another time, but at least just for the basics, again, of activating front to back, finding that balance in the shoulder, dropping, being in a depressed and retracted position more than an elevated and protracted position. So the old back and down and back, and then we can pinch those eggs in the armpits. And that's a good place to start. Stretching on the doorway, stretching on a counter. And if you just work on that for the next week and see how it goes, we can check in and you can tell me if that's creating the kind of movement that you need. And if it's not and it doesn't feel like it's progressing, we can go back and look deeper at the soft tissue side of things, try to get more release in whatever's stuck in there. All right, until next time.